Something new we're going to have this year is we're voting on having a local photographer go around to some of our games and take pictures. And then we're going to put together a slideshow for our end of the year banquet, which will be in December. And it's a good chance for we bring our our significant others a chance to congregate for that one last time to celebrate the end of the year. Well, so she's going to put together a presentation for us, and then she'll give me the pictures, and I'll post them on the website for free. So you'll be able to download the ones you want, etc. We're doing a vote on that right now. She's going to charge us $500 for the entire season and pictures and everything. If you did not get the email vote, let me know. I can send you the link. Voting is till Monday night. All right, the website. If you've not signed up for our website, well, we need you to, because that's where you're going to find all the PowerPoints, the calendar, all these sign-ups, the scrimmages when we start releasing those. And the way to do that is when you go down the bottom, it says log in, sign up. If you're new, you're going to click on sign up, and then you'll create an account. I know this is not very clear when you go to the website, but I can't fix that. It's a Wix, it's a company that makes a website. This is their setup, and while that's not ideal, it is what it is. That's how you do it. So, and then just remember, step 1 was the application, which we've all done. Step 2, take the registration, which is required to take that exam. Any questions about the announcements before we turn it on?
Does anybody here not have a case book, not rule book, case book? Everybody in here has a case book? Okay.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Sam. We're going to do rule 4, and then after that, we'll do rule 5.
All right, gentlemen, ladies, hello to everybody. Don't make the game. But I want you to know that, especially since you've been assigned mentors tonight, ask questions. Ask questions. I suggest to you, well, first of all, let me tell you, veterans are going to want to help you. They're going to tell you all kinds of stuff. They got stuff that they want you to know. Rely on Larry, Garrett, and your mentor. If veterans are telling you something and you're unsure about it, don't tell them somebody else told you something different. This is not what they're saying. Take it in. If you can use it, great. But run it by your mentors. That's why I suggest that you really rely on. I want to suggest to you, and this is a veteran move that I'm about to tell you, may not work for you, but I want to suggest to you, read the material of the rule before you come to the rule session. Read it best you can. While you're reading, anything that's unclear, jot it down, and then ask questions at some point. Ask them during the session, or ask your mentor, or ask Larry, John, Derek. Ask somebody, but don't just let it go by and not be clear on what you're talking about. And then another thing that I would suggest to you, after the rule session that you just complete, read it again. Last thing is, as familiar as you can, familiarize yourself with the definitions. It is, in my opinion, that the definitions will help you think more like a football official, which is a lot different from thinking like a coach, a player, or a fan. You want to think like an official, and the definitions will help you to do that, in my opinion. We're going to try to go through Rule 4, and then after we'll take a little break, and then we're going to try to get Rule 5. What I'd like to do is keep this as open as you possibly can. Not open with a bunch of sideline conversation. If you have something that you want to talk about, you have something that's unclear, if you got an example you want to bring up, let's keep it as informal as you possibly can. What I'd like to do. Okay. In Rule 4, first off, definitions. I just mentioned trying to learn the definitions or knowing the definitions the best you can. A bunch of definitions are in Rule 4. Dead ball, live ball, loose ball, catch, catching and touching, simultaneous catch, encroachment, forward progress of an airborne player, kick, free kick, kick off, player out of bounds, ball out of bounds, loose ball out of bounds, runner, player possession, team possession, change of possession, snap. All of those are definitions that are affected in this rule. So again, I think it's important to learn the definitions. I think that will help you. Other definitions. Legal snap, end of the snap, dead ball spot, inbound spot, out of bounds spot, touching. I'm just thinking about these definitions going back. Anybody unclear about any of these? Do we need to talk about any of these? All right.
Simultaneous catch.
Simultaneous catch. When there is a pass, ball has catch. When the ball is in the air, usually when you hear the word catch, the ball has not hit the ground just yet. It's different from catch and recovery. But catch is whenever opposing players have the ball at the same time. You know the definition of catch, right? Making sure that we got possession, coming down inbounds with at least 1 foot, okay? Having possession of the football. All of that simultaneous is when 2 players got it. Offense got it, defense got it. A got it, B got it. K got it, R's got it. Did I do that okay?
Tell them what the outcome is.
Fantastic. Outcome, whenever you have a simultaneous catch, the ball is always going to be dead at that point, okay? 2 guys come down with the football, and even if they have not gone to the ground, they come down and both land on their feet, and we rule that it is a simultaneous catch. The ball is dead at that point. Cannot advance it any further than that.
Who keeps the ball?
The team that had the ball in the beginning. Great question. So if A had the ball and they're throwing a pass, and B and A grabs it, and they come to the ground to complete what we think is a catch, then that's a simultaneous catch, and then A has the football. If for some reason, and we're still talking catch, remember the catch is the ball has not hit the ground just yet. Suppose B intercepts the ball, and he's running back, and he tries to pitch it back, which is a backwards pass, to his own player. But in the process, a player of A grabs hold to it and got A and B halves at that particular time, after B has intercepted the ball. Now we got a simultaneous catch, even though it was a backwards pass, and you see coaches and fans and so forth talking lateral. You know, that's not in the no such thing as lateral, so forth. Football officials are concerned. It's either a forward pass or a backward pass. If he throws a backward pass and both of them have it, then that's simultaneous. Now, since B intercepted the ball, B will be given the football. Okay? Gets real crazy sometimes. And I won't try to confuse you, but let's say we got an illegal forward pass. Quarterback goes beyond the line and he throws it, which is illegal. And 2 opposing players possess it, come to the ground, and we rule it a catch. It's still dead at that point. Okay? Although it's an illegal pass, but it is a catch. It's dead at that point and you can't advance it. Make sense?
Does A still keep it?
A still keeps it. Whoever had it in the beginning, the one that is who has it. There may be some options, there may be some other things that happen as a result of that, but if A throws it forward, backwards, whatever pass it is, and it's simultaneous, then A continues to have it. If B was the one that threw it, becomes simultaneously caught, then B is the one that has it. Anything else? That's a great question.
Can you go back?
Okay, go back.
Can you explain the difference between player out of bounds, ball out of bounds, and loose ball out of bounds?
Player out of bounds, loose ball, and what else you say?
And the 3 out of bounds.
3 out of bounds, okay.
3 out of bounds.
Okay, player out of bounds, all right. Well, okay. Trying to get a reference. If a player has the football in his possession, he's a runner, and if he steps out of bounds, he's out of bounds. He touches the ball out of bounds, he's out of bounds. If anything touches out of bounds other than another player or an official, considered out of bounds. Okay with that? Loose ball out of bounds is when it's not in player possession. Let's say it's rolling along and the ball goes out of bounds. Okay, so I'm gonna use Scott's name tag here. If y'all can see, I'm gonna get a little further back. If the ball rolls along and it goes out of bounds here, and we're gonna cover this more on our slides, and it touches the line out of bounds right here, that's where it is out of bounds, right there at the nose of the ball, right? That's where it's considered out of bounds, right there. It rolls out of bounds. Okay? And the other one was
Ball out of bounds.
ball out of bounds.
Loose ball.
Pretty much the same thing. The ball is out of bounds if it's loose ball out of bounds or it is with the runner out of bounds. If it's in somebody's possession, it's out of bounds, or if it's loose out of bounds, then the ball is out of bounds in all those situations. Is that okay? You okay with that?
Yeah. Saying the player out of bounds is somebody not necessarily with the ball in their possession.
Okay. Very good point, John.
You go step out, you run the pass pattern, and you step out, you're out of bounds.
Very good point.
You don't have the ball, but you're a player and you're out of bounds.
Everybody get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't have the ball, but I'm out of bounds.
You're out of bounds.
Now, whenever a player that doesn't have a ball steps out of bounds, are they eligible to catch the ball at that point?
Yeah, they're still there.
If,
And we will
maybe-
cover this in Rule 7.
Right.
Because I'm going to help teach that. If you are eligible at snap, you remain eligible throughout the game. Now, if you go out for a pass, you step out of bounds, whether it's on purpose or not, and you come back in, you catch the ball, no problem. But what you committed a foul for illegal participation. So you can step out, catch the ball, go for a touchdown. Touchdown would be good, except for the fact that you committed illegal participation. So then we're gonna come back to where you stepped out, and then we're gonna bring it back. The
Okay.
play would continue. It's not, he doesn't all of a sudden not become eligible.
Good with that? Excellent. And any others?
That is one of the questions on the exam. And the question reads, if A goes out of bounds on his own and come back, is that illegal participation? And then the other question is, if he's knocked out of bounds, A is knocked out of bounds and comes back at his first opportunity, is he considered illegal participation? So
There is a difference.
there's a difference.
And those will be more thoroughly covered in another rule. Okay? Don't want to confuse you, but at the same time, I do want you to ask any questions that you have. And if I don't know the answer, then I got John, Dave, and Doug, and we're gonna find some, Carl and Rico. We're gonna find the right answer for you before we leave tonight. Also, within the rule book, like, you're familiar with what we call in fundamentals? Are y'all familiar with that? Within the rule book, there's a section called fundamentals. And the fundamentals are,
Page 83 and 84.
thanks, John. Fundamentals are rules or statements or things that apply to the football that happens all the time. That's always true. The thing that you can really associate with being a part of the rule. As football officials, there are just certain things about these. You read all of the fundamentals whenever you get a chance, but there are certain fundamentals that apply to Rule 4. I won't even bother that right now. Putting the ball in play. Okay. Got a couple of options to put the ball in play. Put the ball in play by free kick, or you can put the ball in play with a snap. Everybody familiar with what a free kick is? Everybody familiar with what a snap is? Again, ask questions. This is a good time to get anything clear in your mind. Free kick happens in several situations, and you can have a free kick during a kickoff. That is a free kick. We use a kickoff to start the half. We use a kickoff after a field goal and after a try. We use a free kick following a safety. We use a free kick whenever a free kick down is replayed. And we use a free kick when there's a field goal attempt following a fair catch. Talk to me.
You might just want to add in there that also field goal attempt following awarded fair catch.
Well, an awarded fair catch, you could snap it. But you could, yeah. As Chuck is talking, when you have a fair catch, an awarded fair catch, you can use a free kick during those situations. Okay. But that wasn't included, Chuck, because you could snap it. We're talking about times that you use that we know a free kick will be used.
Same.
Yes, sir.
And on that field goal, you might want to that's after a successful field goal.
Do that again, Dave.
That free kick is after a successful field goal.
Okay.
The
Successful field goal. Okay. Now, I'm kind of old school, and I've learned from a guy called Bill Spillane. Y'all don't know him. But a field goal, when you say field goal, that means it's successful. Otherwise, it's a field goal attempt. Okay, but when you say a field goal, it's definitely successful. Okay, or you say a try, it's successful. Now, it may be a kick try or it could be a run try, but when you say try, it's successful. Otherwise, it's an attempted try. Okay, or it is an attempted field goal. Now, again, definitions will help. Get you to think like an official. Okay. During all other times, to put the ball in play, if you're not using a free kick, the ball is going to be put in play by a snap. In all other situations. The ball is going to remain dead if an illegal snap happens or any other dead ball or foul occurs. The ball remains dead. Example, there are certain situations of doing a free kick. Well, let me back up. Let me say that differently. There are certain things that the kicking team is not allowed to do during a free kick. For example, if we're lined up for a free kick and K is going to kick the football, and one of the members from K comes across the line too early after the ready for play is blown, then that's called encroachment. What we do right then is we blow the whistle, kill it. We stop the play right then. And that's one of the situations, that's one of the examples that it's talking about right. That's where the ball remains dead. If the penalty is going to be chosen by the opponent, then we'll move it back 5 yards for encroachment. Or if he declines it, we'll leave it right there, but no matter what, we still have a free kick down. But the ball is just dead at that point. That's all that's talking about. Not. Go to section 2. Dead ball at the end of the down. Again, I urge you to please, let's talk, let's ask questions. Let's try to get it the best we can. When does the ball become dead? This is the down end. Ball's dead when the runner's out of bounds. The forward progress is stopped. Runner contacts the ground with any part of the body other than the hand or foot. There are some special situations we'll talk about with that one. Live ball touches out of bounds. Legal or illegal forward pass is incomplete or there's a simultaneous catch. All those situations, ball's dead, down ends. You okay with that? Doug Hudson, let me borrow you for a second. Doug's running, we're talking forward progress. Doug's running, we contact him and stop his progress. That's where his forward progress is right there. He may stop it right there, whistle blows, he falls on forward, he goes on somewhere else, forward progress is right here. Make sense? Okay. Doug Hudson is running, I get him, I take him back, take him to the ground. With his forward progress,
Thank you.
there you go. Questions?
I'm kind of looking up here for touchdown.
Do that again?
I was looking up here, kind of what about touchdown? Touchdown?
When the ball becomes dead? Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. Good one, good
Okay.
job, good job. You thinking, okay, good job.
Oh. There's more.
There's more, you said.
But wait, there's more.
Ball becomes dead when a loose ball is simultaneously caught or recovered by opposing players. What's the difference between catch and recovery?
Ball's on the ground.
Recovery, ball's on the ground. Good job. There you go. Catch, it's gonna be in there. Can you catch a fumble?
No.
Yes, fumble's in there, right? You can fumble it, you got possession and you lose possession. That's a fumble, right? When you got possession and you lose possession,
Oh, okay.
it's a fumble, right?
Yeah.
Can you lose possession with the ball up in there?
Yeah.
All right. So if I'm running and Larry catches my fumble, okay, and John's on my team and John grabs it at the same time, what we got? Simultaneous catch, although it's a fumble, right? Good job. What do you think about that thing?
Now, is that,
Do it again.
we also have when there's a prosthetic comes off, prosthetic leg or something.
You thinking, you've been reading. I like that. Yes.
Have anybody ever, you guys ever had that happen?
I haven't. Question. We're gonna get to that one, Chuck.
No, I'm just saying I made that.
Oh, you had that out, okay. All right, ball comes dead, when the ball is at rest, meaning it's motionless, and there's no player attempting to secure possession. You find this kind of stuff a lot of times in the lower level games, excuse me, the PB games or B-team games, sometimes even the JV game. You could find in the high school game, nobody knows what to do with football. It's just laying there. Nobody knows what to do with it. It's just laying there. So what we do as an officials is we kill it. We make it a dead ball. That's all that's talking about. Here you go, Scott. Ball becomes dead after a score. Okay? What's the score? How can you score? How can you score?
Safety.
All right, fantastic. Okay. if the helmet comes completely off the runner. And in this situation, we said runner, we're talking about the person with the football. Okay, if his helmet comes completely off, then the ball is dead.
It's dead where the helmet comes off.
That's correct. That is correct. Chuck mentioned, not up there, if the prosthetic limb comes completely off the runner, the person with the ball, then the ball is also dead. That was, we didn't put that one up there, but that's good, good observation, Chuck.
Now, is that something that should be, the officials made aware of before the game?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't have any way, yeah.
It doesn't have to be approved, right?
Okay, y'all stay with us. Larry got a good point. Yes, go ahead. Say it again.
In the rule book, it talks about the high school league can approve the use of prosthetics, and the high school league has done so, but it's gotta be something that we're aware of.
We're aware of.
Because that freaked you out, right? Guy running that thing.
That's exactly what it did to me.
Next thing
I
you
took
know, it's
off
like-
running when I saw the guy.
In our conversation with Chuck, I need to make this clear. It's the arm or the leg. You can't have a prosthetic, because I know that question came up when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's arm or leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, prosthetic limb.
Limb.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go back. We're talking about when the ball was dead. Go back a couple. Number 3, when the runner contacts the ground with any with a body part other than the hand or foot. Talking about the ball being dead. Remember we said at that point that there's some special considerations. Okay, here we are with that right there. There are special considerations with the ball not becoming dead, with a player having the football with something on the ground other than the hand or foot. And that's the place kick holder. All right, now go back to your definitions. The team needs to be in the legal kicking formation. All right, remember what those are. You have to have at least one player that's at least 7 yards back with his knee on the ground, and then another player, was it 2 yards, 3 yards behind him in position to kick the football. Okay, that they have to have that formation, okay, in order for the player to get these special rule exemptions that we're about to talk about. Place kick holder can have his knee on the ground. That's something different from a hand or foot, and he can have the football in high school, and still the ball is still alive. That's all. That's what that's talking about. That's a special exemption. Doing a good snap, when the place kick holder's knee is on the ground, he can rise, run, pass, and hand the ball off. Doing a bad snap, the place kick holder may rise to catch or recover, which is a bad snap, then place his knee back on the ground for the kick. And what happens there, he needs to place his knee back on the ground immediately. The difference is that he can't, if there's an error snap, and he's down, he can move to get it, he gotta go right back down. Difference is, he can't be down, move to get it, move again, and then go down. Can't do that. Okay, he can move to get it, and once he recovers it, he has to go immediately down. That's all that's saying. During a bad snap, he may also place his knee on the ground, and then he can rise, pass, or hand the ball off, like in the first situation. So all that's saying is, if he's on the ground, there's a bad snap, he can move to get it. He can go back to the ground. We just said he can the place kicker can kick it, or he can get up again, and then he can do those other things. Talk to me, John.
Very important, rise. If I'm the holder, I got my knee on the ground, I got the ball, I gotta get up to do these things. If I get on my knee, catch it and flip it back, it's dead. Dead.
Okay.
So at some point when he receives the snap, he must end up with, for at least a moment, with a knee on the ground. You can't fake a bad snap where he jumps up, grabs it, and then does some other behavior other than go back to a knee. Is that correct?
I think that's essentially correct what you're saying. Yes, you got one of those got to be there to see it.
So
Fake a bad snap. He can.
Snaps high,
Okay,
jumps up,
snaps high.
catches it.
If the snap doesn't, if it's that here and the snap doesn't seem like it's that high, I guess what you may be saying, and he gets up and he catches it and it goes right back down. That is perfectly legal.
Okay. But if he catches it, he must go down if he does anything.
In order to
with
kick it again.
Okay.
He was saying, in order for a kick to be
In order for a
be
kick
made,
to be
okay?
Come up here and show us a couple of things, and we'll tell you it's legal.
There you go. Good job, Dad. Thank you.
There's one specific play I'm thinking is I'm on my knee, snap, before I receive it, I catch it. Now can I run and pass?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Okay.
And you can even go on your knee and catch it, and then rise and run past everything you can do. What you can't do is be on your knee, catch it, rise, and go back to your knee.
Right.
Okay, that's a problem. You can be on your knee, rise to catch an errant snap, and immediately come back down, and that's okay too. What you can't do is crawl all over the field, recover the ball, and then come back.
Come back to the
But you won't have time to do that. The big thing you can't do is what he said. You just can't do the old LSU beat Gamecocks type thing, which they beat anyway, by the way. But on his knee, catches it and flips it backwards behind him. You can't do that in high school football. And it's not a foul, it's just DRT, right? What's DRT stand for? Dead right there.
Don't you have something?
No, Larry covered all of it. I wanted to hit him in the hand and get away from it.
Oh, yeah, technology challenge.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
All right, so this is the example.
What you do to it? You want to say play? I've never done that. Okay, take a look.
You can't do.
Yeah, you can do that in college.
No, we're not
We're not talking about college.
Yeah. College.
Yeah.
You would have.
Especially as legal in high school.
These are just examples, so we can look at what the high school rule is.
He didn't rise.
He's got to get up.
You can stop.
And these things don't happen very often. This happened to me down at Aiken in Orangeburg. And when this happened, I threw my flag. I was like, oh shit, no, baby. And then they went on and got it, and I was like, no. So we fixed it.
So what do we do? What do we got?
That ball.
Dead ball. Excellent. Okay. Right on that.
Do you replay the down?
It's just, he's just like he was tackled. He's down. There's no replay. There's no nothing.
Down by rules, right? Down by rules, correct?
Now this is a try. What happens next?
It's a turnover.
Free kick. Thank you.
Good job. There you go.
Free
Good job.
Well, if this
Just
was an extra
cover
point.
that. Good job,
Well, if
baby.
this was an extra point.
Good job. Okay, take a look at this one. Can everybody see what happened? Got ready a couple times. Attention over here.
Balls on the.
High school, Daddy.
All of your football, up.
So he catches that in there.
This guy right here's got the football.
Is that a live ball or a dead ball?
What we got?
Why is it dead?
Advance.
It's a free kick, and who caught the ball?
Okay.
K. Can K advance a free kick?
Any kid.
Can K advance a scrimmage kick? Well, in certain situations, but we're gonna talk about that later. Trick question. Okay. When he catches this football in the air, that's a penalty. That's a foul, being that it is a free kick. We're gonna talk about that more extensively in another rule, but that is catching interference. Just so that you know, we won't spend a lot of time on that. Derek's gonna cover that in another rule.
I don't think they took that. Ain't got to go in there.
Take a look. Can you see what happened? He muffed it, okay. Where did he get it?
End zone.
What is that right? That's a free kick? What happens when a kick crosses the opponent's end zone? It's dead. In high school. We won't talk about college and pro. They run them out and all that, but in high school, as soon as it goes across, no matter how it got there, it's dead. Now, the key is he muffed the football, but it's still a kick. The status of the kick has not changed. Why hasn't it changed? He has not possessed the football. So until somebody possesses it, it's still a kick. There you go. Good job. Still a kick. Now, he possesses it.
DRT.
DRT. That's right. All right.